Hi guys, it's Trisha, CEO of Girlfridayz. Welcome to my live today. Back in 2023, our business went in setback and needed financial help, basically. We were desperate and a bit depressed by the fact that we didn't have much customer. So we had no client and we were receiving confused messaging and we were trying to reach customer manually, but the cost of living was so strong that it affected Girlfridayz, our business online. And what happened to us was terrible, who make our depression a lot worse. Our landlord wanted to evict us because sales were dropping, no client to support us. We had return customer, but the return customer were small, and we wanted our business to sustain, being able to pay our supplier, being able to pay our rent. This was terrible what was happening to Girlfridayz, our online business, who was thriving the previous year for more than 7 years. But in year 7, everything came crashing down, but really crashing down. The cost of living in the UK was taking businesses by the minute. People were closing. And we at Girlfridayz, we wanted to sustain our business online because we knew people needed business and marketing services. They needed website design, social media marketing, business support, planning to start their business. But because the cost of living just after COVID was so strong in the UK, many people were saving their money. And so that Girlfridayz services were not necessary at present. This affects us badly, and of course, it affects our psyche, and we got depressed because no client. We were starting sending confused messaging and doing manual outreach to get our client, but nothing was shifting. It was stuck. So I'm a positive being, but after that, Trisha just got dumbfounded. We started having rent area up to a tune of £3,000 in rent area, owing my landlord £3,000. We didn't know what to do. We were despondent. We didn't know if we were going to come out alive at this period. So we claimed welfare benefit and we unleashed the MPs to help us keep our yard. Ellen Ayat helped us claim housing benefit and make sure that I get universal credit to sustain my business. We stayed 3 years, 3 months, really, trying to keep on building Girlfridayz, paying our rent with the help of the government, UK government, and declaring little amount of money that we were making, because our customer returned, but they not return in a drove. No, it was one or two return customers that used us since the beginning who came to support us. So after claiming universal credit, we retain 4 clients who help us all through 223 for 3 years. 224, 225. 225 was the worst period for us. We thought we were out of the wood, but we were not. Even though that we kept our premium positioning that you see there, and returned 4 clients who were, they still our client because they love what we do at Girl Friday, and gaining new customer, doing some more website for people, planning, help them start their business, and people were coming. In 224, we managed to keep our profit alive. 225, we declare £13,000 profit, to our surprise, because the way we had to continue promoting, but the government was helping up until the 7th of November 2025, when they told me to leave. But we had sorted out our financial situation and had saved my home office basically, and find ourselves in credit. But while we were depressed, we already had created AMAP sale method, a first in the world, unprecedented sale method, and answering our own problem of no sale. Even though that we were industry leader and award winner, a monopoly online, the no client situation was because of the crisis who was sweeping the UK, the cost of living. People save, and so that, well, we don't need business and marketing support, we don't need a website at present, we don't need our social media done, we don't need our admin done, and this is still our business, what we do. So we were still affected into 25 by the cost of living. Then I'm trying to get the setting. Bear with me 1 minute. I don't want to invite anyone today because I'm trying to change the picture. Bear with me, please. I think that I can't change my picture. So basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause that live so I can switch the picture, people. Bear with me. Hi guys, I had to pause my life while I was telling you how we became despondent during the cost of living, and it affected our business to the point that we had to ask support from the government. And I'm still getting my way around TikTok live, so if you see my finger moving, I think once we put a background we can change it. So basically I was telling you the way that we kept profit is by keep going and promoting ourselves. But while we were meditating again on how to get more customer in our business online Girlfridayz, we created the complex motivation of sell, because we were suffering from no sell. So we joined the AMAB sell method and the business positioning together to make the complex motivation of sell. I'm gonna stop that live. Thank you for joining me to be able to change the background and come back in a new live in a minute. Bye for now. Hi guys, we're back in our live. So we were saying to you like this that we became despondent and we had to claim universal credit for 3 years and 3 months to beat the cost of living and regain our credit. But while we were depressed, our brain default to create the complex motivation of sell, because we were experiencing the no sell situation and we already had devised AMAP sell method which composed of 8 cell blueprint for success. And the business positioning was developed in 2023 while meditating and noticing that there's always a balance in the world and there is always a 50. And your business, when you position it, you either have to choose your sell. If you choose sell leadership, meaning that your price are very low and your service or product will be of low quality too. But if you set yourself as a differential business like us, your price are premium and reasonable for the product quality or the highest quality, the price match, or the service quality, the price match. So at Girlfridayz we were always premium. But We needed to regain our audience. We needed to regain our people and new customer. So when we came out of our depression and realized that we needed to keep moving forward in order to gain more customers to our business, because Girlfridayz services are in demand among SME and large businesses. And my services are there to stay. They've been there since business has been created. So we knew that we were not providing services that did not exist or were not needed for businesses. So we provide website design to startup and SME. We provide website update, website maintenance, social media, digital marketing update. We have 3 plans sought after, and we also provide business support and admin services. During our meditation since 2018, you wouldn't believe it what's happened there, because even us, we were so dumbfounded about the whole lot. Little did I know that meditating in my bath will result in me updating the entire marketing industry as a whole. I know it's unbelievable because even for me, it took me a little time to believe this one. But yes, we done it. We first did the star sell principle for difficult customer, for customer who require proof. Then we went on from there, the floodgate open basically, until you see this little model there at the back of me called the complex motivation of sale, which is exactly the representation to the point of our situation of 2023, when we were nearly evicted of our office because we owe £3,000 rent and we needed help. So we went and seek help from the government, and we stayed 3 years, 3 months because of the crisis remnant of COVID-19. The cost of the living in the UK was so strong. We're lucky to still be here alive and tell you about this. And when we came out of that depression, well, our brain recently, because I did this theory in April 2026, I suddenly decided that to put our sell method with the business positioning and joining it by 2 arrows. Because the model that you see there, the complex motivation of sell, contain a sell blueprint for success. There is always a 50 for real. There is always a 50 mark. If you look around you, you always have a middle. If you calculate number, you will have between 10, you have a 5. That's the middle. This is the median here, which is represented in our business positioning. So basically, we updated the business positioning of the 1960 with our own, because we discovered that there is always a 50. There is always a balance. And even in your business, you always have a balance. So we call it the median. And you have a standard deviation in your cell of plus 10 or minus 10. And only two criteria, your cell leadership or your differentiator. It is best to be a differentiator business because there is people out there who like to buy expensive services or expensive products. It's not everybody's who favor cheap solution. There's even people out there who will seek the highest price and will always buy the highest price. Hi, gingerbread. Why are you showing me gingerbread in the middle of my presentation? That's a bit silly. So I was telling you, I joined somebody that who had a gingerbread effect. Maybe he's trying to tell me that I've got biscuit. Plus I love ginger, so that was funny. So if you understand what I was trying to say, this model that you see at the back there, the complex motivation of cell was created out of depression, basically. The fact that we were thinking that we're going to lose our business, so much hard work that we done for 10 years of hard graft was going to disappear just like this because of the cost of living, caused us to be a bit despondent. Stay 3 years, 3 months on universal credit. Then after we got kicked out of the universal credit because we put a complaint because people were not very nice at the end toward us. So we complain because that's all we have to do in this life. And now, this April there, my brain, because I'm experiencing again that no cell situation that I came out of to experience this soon after. But this time, it wasn't setback, it wasn't the cost of living. It's negative people who came to my office to tell me negative things. So I met a whole bunch of negative Nancy, basically. But I know for a fact that we're gonna reap what we sow. Maybe after this live video, you never know how the cookie crumble in this life. But you find out now that this model, the complex motivation of cell, was developed during a period of despondency. Bye for now. Hopefully you access Girl Friday Limited for all your business and marketing need today. Bye.